Alright, I'm back. So let's take that music away and let's get back to the game, shall we? So, when it comes to Gordon Freeman being a silent protagonist, and I guess this applies to other games where you play a silent protagonist, especially one in which you play them in the first person, in a first person shooting game, or just first person adventure game. Obviously, if you're playing like a Fallout game, and I'm not talking about Fallout 4, but way before that, Fallout 3, New Vegas, if you're playing Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, Skyrim. Well, I guess Skyrim sorta, because there's a little bit of voicing. The assumption is that we just don't hear the person talk. They definitely talk because you're always choosing dialogue and stuff like that. Same with like Link from Legend of Zelda. You choose some dialogue. You have to be prompting people and communicating in some way. We just don't actually see their dialogue. Like it doesn't take us out of it because to us, the player is us, and they don't take a lot of control away from us, right? And yeah, and we saw in Fallout 4 how it actually kind of negatively affected that system because now the player had a lot fewer things they could say that people had grown very, very accustomed to loving, right? However, when you're playing a game like Half-Life, there's always the debate with, like, why is Gordon Freeman not talk? Obviously, he has to talk for people to communicate with him, or does he, right? And it becomes this huge question, like, does he talk or doesn't he? And so, I think, and AJ can help me out here, but I think there are three major theories when it comes to Half-Life and Gordon Freeman himself. The first is just that, hey, it's just a gameism. They don't have him talk, you assume that he talks, but no one actually hears it. The second is the whole thing where it's like, yeah, he has the helmet on and just no one can hear him talk. But that doesn't make any sense. That's just a funny fan thing. And the third one is just legit, like, no, he just really doesn't talk in the universe. And everyone just is fine with that. And it's just kind of silly, but it's whatever. So there's different ways to think about it. I don't know which one you subscribe to. It's up to you which one you like or not. But I think it's one of those things that, like the first explanation, all of these things grow out of gameisms, but they all have different ways of handling them, and that's fine. Because even Shogo in 1999, which was also on a modified Quake engine like the original Half-Life, had a talking protagonist that was in first person. It's definitely something that's not unheard of and not reckoned with. The Duke Nukem games obviously had a talking protagonist, but they had a lot of character in their protagonist that they were trying to portray. They weren't just leaving that to the player's identity. So there's a few different ways to handle that and a few different ways to think about it. Your theory is that the crowbar is actually Gordon Freeman and it controls the mind of the human. Well, like Super Mario Odyssey, like it's the hat the whole time. Freeman was the crowbar the entire time. Oh my gosh. So I don't remember in the original game if you actually see these boxes from this angle first and then end up there. But I do remember the first time you come into this room and you see these boxes and you realize what's up, like what's going on. It is pretty cool. Sentient crowbar, you buy it? Okay. That's how y'all want to see it. I'm not gonna tell you different. One must wonder, though, how does this system of transportation actually work? Surely there was a safer way to move boxes around in the vast underground Black Mesa storage facility, right? Surely. But yeah, even though it's been since 2016, I actually do remember coming in here in Black Mesa, not just the original game. Now, one of the things is... Whoa! I didn't think I was gonna make that first. My vertigo kicked in, when you get that tickle at the bottom of your feet or whatever. I think it's vertigo. Does it say Supreme on it? Does what say Supreme on it? The hat? All three are probably equally valid. People in the game acknowledge them. People... and react when he interacts with him. From what I recall, they never mention if he speaks or not. And dude, and that's my point, is that all these things start from a gameism. I just don't think that every game has that whole thing where it's like, oh, we want to let the player decide if, they are casting themselves on the character or not. I don't think that every developer does that. I think a lot of them say they do, and that too many people get away with saying it than actually do it. Also, I thought I might have been able to jump over to that and get rid of that ledge from here. I don't think that's actually going to happen, no? But yeah, even though I haven't played this since 2016, I remember doing this. Or it could be that I remember playing original Half-Life in 2018, when we did like all the Half-Life games. And it just made me think that I had actually done this pretty recently, since they're essentially the same game. Who knows? Communication, exchanging ideas is a two-way process. Indeed. It's also true if you're exchanging semen. Whoa! What in the... Okay. Also, Black Mesa has all this money, they couldn't put night sights on these Glocks. For real, for real. Sorry, I was just looking at those posters to see if there was anything interesting up there. Say it with me now, Q. Space magic. Fine. Space magic. Oh, hello. Yeah, 3 rounds and you're done. Also, we put a damn cavity in its eyeball face, and it bled out. Those are details I don't remember. However, back when we were playing, I may have had the graphics turned to a much lower degree back when we played this for the first time. Because we were playing on a much different system back then. Someone said we had to find the biggest orc and fight it. Wow. No one said anything like that. What are you smoking? Hypnotic finally got to you, didn't he, Frost? Frost, were you there when I told Hypnotic about my adventure in the dispensary? My accidental adventure in the dispensary. That I didn't know had become a dispensary. Oh, the hell? Wait, this is where we came from, right? Because I closed the door. And we're not allowed to go this way. So yeah, this must be where we came from. I'm gonna leave that open so I don't get confused again. Ah, that thing did not blow up instantly. Alright, sounded like one more came in at least. Oh no, these things just finally blew up. And we got a little bit of a daisy chain, sympathetic detonation going on, but it wasn't enough to actually help me out in that situation. Whoa! What the hell? Oh, it's this pallet. The pallet is so shifty on physics, and when we were standing on it, we were getting mushed around quite a bit. I can't remember the model that this keyboard is based off. But this particular like style of keyboard, there's a model in India as well as one that used to exist in the US and is still kind of made in Canada and the US by a company that like went away and took the patents with them. That these are like really nice keyboards sometimes. I'm not a fan of them, but I can't remember what this is. Also, aesthetics, how are you doing, by the way? Why is being voiceless no theory when someone isn't just able to talk? Oh, you mean like just a mute character? No, that was one of the theories. It's just like someone just doesn't talk. Like, just for real, they don't talk. Like, in Jack and Daxter, they definitely acknowledge it. Because by the time you get to the second game and Jack does talk, Daxter's like, come on, don't tell me you're still a mute. Which means that the whole time that you were in the first game, Jack would just do hand gestures and dances and hand claps and nods with people, and everyone just accepted that he didn't talk. He was just straight up mute for whatever reason. You played this game like 20 years ago at some weird internet cafe. Maybe I should revisit, replay. Indeed, you should. If you have trouble getting it, I mean, this was the game that made the Steam platform what it is today. And 20 years ago was a long time. I definitely think that the best way to enjoy this game is playing the original Half-Life. But I concede that sometimes playing older games and modern age isn't always great. So by playing this, which is a remake of original Half-Life using the Source engine, so Half-Life 2 era, not exactly modern game spec, but still looks pretty good, right? I think this is a lot more accessible to most people if they're just jumping into the game for the first time. Because if we think about it, there are people that were not born when Half-Life came out that are legal adults now and can have sex and can vote. So it's hard for me to tell people to be like, yo, no, you only play original Half-Life, when it's like, you have something like this available, and it's not super expensive. It might be that, Phobos. I'll find the Linus Tech Tips video I was talking about keyboards, and I'll show you what I mean. There were a couple that I can remember that keyboard resembles. How are you doing, Westy? Say hi to everyone else, Westy. Don't be rude. Hello, that man's being eaten in the ceiling up there. Don't feel old, Hypnotic. You can still vote and have sex too. Why am I hearing water? Oh, hello. Electricity is doing crazy things. Yeah, I'm not gonna be going this way. Probably not. Find it interesting when games have a protagonist that seems to be silent, speaks at certain times. Code Vein, God Eater, First Saints Row all had silent protagonists that spoke at very few times during the game. Oh no! I forgot. That guy gets eaten and he hides behind the couch. And you can't help them until you get through this area. Although, I think this was one of the parts in the original game that there was a way to go through here, and I glitched myself through the door. Or through a different way than you were supposed to go, which made me very confused. I also don't know how alike this particular section is with the original game either, so there might be multiple ways for it to happen. Well, you got to enjoy what you can do, Hypnotic. I'm just saying you would have been old enough to. I'm glad you're well, Weston. Are you deep into either school or work or anything that's helping you push forward in life, forge ahead, and get PC parts, son? I was actually doing a little bit of PC shopping for Snagged, and I pretty much have a $300 plan, and then I got a $100 plan plus whatever accessories you want, as far as setting up like a cheap gaming PC goes. But I'm pretty sure the $100 plan is gonna put you at like PS3 mixed with Dreamcast levels of performance. The $300 plan is gonna put you at like PS4 level of performance, but like at really low frame rates. But you can at least play some newer games. I don't know if retro sounds any better. Final boss says Saints Row, the MC had one line per storyline. Oh yeah, I didn't realize it was one line per storyline. I do remember that the main character would barely speak in Saints Row, and that it was funny when it did happen, since he did barely ever speak. But I did not know that it was sectioned out like that. Because I remember my neighborhood friend at the time, she would always talk about it, because she loves Saints Row. Look at this dope TV. I bet this cost a pretty penny back in the 90s. That's all good, Westy. You enjoy the time off. Indeed it is, Aesthetics. At the end of the stream, I could show you a little bit of the shopping that I've done if you like. If you're into that. Yeah, you can do $100 for a PC all day. $100 for a gaming PC? Not all the time, but if you're savvy enough, you can figure it out. It's out there. Some of them already put together, too, just because other people did the projects. Some of them you have to scrounge around and do your own research and get your parts, but still, it's pretty cool when you can do it. And if you're a tinkerer like me and you're into projects and you like to spin your ratcheting screwdriver for that ratcheting screwdriver ASMR. Y'all can't even hear that because of RTX, can you? I had to have to turn RTX back off, which is, it takes too long. And y'all thought that RTX on was a meme, didn't you? Shit is real. What are you playing lately, Aesthetics? How is everything going for you, by the way? Also, remind me where you're located, that you're spending euros. Norman Zijiami? Or are you somewhere around the Portuguese level? Also, I guess this is the door he has to run for me. I forgot. I was thinking it was a door somewhere else, but I also wanted to make sure that I had cleared the way and it was actually safe for him to follow me. I didn't want to take him into danger. Then again, we can't regress with him dead, so...
May God have mercy on your soul.
I can't imagine that he wouldn't.
I'm staying here.
Or that he would be able to get hurt.
Missing the evacuation team. I
No,
urge
no,
you
no.
to reconsider.
I need
There's
you.
Plenty of sustenance, beverages, and scintillating conversation.
Scintillating conversation right here. This dude is dope. This guy gets laid like hella.
I've got my little corner, and I'm sticking to it.
It seems so, Westy. Westy, you've glided by all the way to the 3-month level on other people's kind contributions. How does it feel to freeload? I'm kidding, dude. I hope that you enjoy it, and soon we'll have a new emote as well for everyone to enjoy. I'm just gonna break this. Yeah, this was a much better way to get through here. Ah, music. Scary. Also, if I recall correctly, this is with some Vortigaunts pop up. Five-day LAN party? That sounds awesome. Warcraft 3? Keeping it old school. I hope that was really enjoyable. Do you have a separate PC that you take to your LAN parties? Or do you just pack up your PC? I realized lately that there's so many builds that people make specifically for LAN parties, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, it's kind of like having your sleeper car and your car or your daily driver and your race car, right? Or like me having your big computer at home and your little Chromebook that you take with you all the time. At the last Warcraft RTS. Do you think they'll ever go back to it? Or do you think Blizzard is all about looking forward? Ah, really? I can break through the window, but I can't push myself through window blinds. Come on now. Now, if I recall correctly, this entire floor is electrocuted. This is actually a pretty funny Mind of Freeman one, or Freeman's Mind one. But this whole thing being electrocuted means that you have to make some really careful choices. And there was actually a light switch that you would interact with in order to turn off the electricity in here. And it was cool to me that at the time I could play a game that had a light switch that I would hit and it would actually turn off the electricity in a room so that I wouldn't get shocked. That was insane. Also, I guess it's a good thing that all of these tables are wooden.
Yo, it's so cold, dog.
Oh, thanks for the raid, Envario. Envario, how are things going? Now, I know you gotta be a fan of Half-Life. Envario, I'm not making fun of you for being older, but you are older than me, and you have a much different experience when it comes to gaming. What did Half-Life really mean to y'all when it came out then? Because I would have been 6 or 7 years old. I didn't appreciate it until I was 12. And even when I did, I played it at like 5 frames per second on a 1995 laptop. What did it really mean to the true PC? The PC golden age master race of the world back then. I also have no idea what these pictures are of, but... Oh, that's Hedy Lamarr! Oh, wait! Lamarr is what... It's not Hedwig. Hedwig is the name of an owl in, like, Harry Potter. Lamarr is the name of Dr. Kleiner's... Not Breen, Kleiner's. That's Kleiner's head crab is Lamarr. Like Hedy Lamarr. Because she fits on the head. I get it. I get it. Really? Alright, my bad, Envario. Never mind for me trying to be profound and ask profound questions. And how are you doing, Redemption? How did you enjoy Persona 4 Golden? that you enjoyed with Invarial today. It's a mini ITX case? Whose is it? Or, you know, like who is the manufacturer of it? Feel free to post your build in Discord, dude. I'd love to see everyone's builds, pictures and parts and all that. All of you guys should have PC parts pickers builds. It's definitely an important game in shooter history, but I mean, I know what you mean though. I know who this is. I know who Hedy Lamarr is. Same way I know who Audrey Hepburn is. I don't know who this is at all, to be honest with you. I don't even know what that text says. And we have graphics max, so I don't think it's gonna get better than that. It does kind of like, it occurs to me that just because I have graphics max doesn't mean that I'm gonna max stream graphics. Meaning like, you guys watching live doesn't mean you're gonna get a better experience just because I'm getting a better experience, you know? Like, it can never be tuned 1-for-1, or maybe it can, but not with every game and not all the time. So I do have to say that I feel sorry that I make myself enjoy this in a certain way, and I don't allow you guys to, but I try to as best I can. I think this is where we fall through, right? We can't break through there, and no, I guess we don't fall. Everyone should have a PC parts picker page. Ah! And then you should be able to link it in Discord. And then we can all look at each other's builds and be like, cool. Or like, you broke. Wait, can I turn the power back on now? Now that I'm not actually in that place anymore. I guess I should keep it off because I might run into other issues later. And you know what? That is an interesting point too. Half-Life as it starts is very adventurous. But once you get into the military portion of the game, it does become full-on shooter. Not too different in terms of speed and reflex time and crowd control than would have been Serious Sam or Duke Nukem at the time. I mean, it's easy to think about that now, but I can't say I actually thought about that before. So it would have been a little jarring to people who played it for like, oh, it's this whole new type of gameplay that's this first-person adventure, and there's a little bit of combat, but it's slow and it's methodical, and then you get to the military portion of the game, you're like, yeah, I'm not down with this. I didn't actually think about that before, but it makes sense. Oh, look at this little rabbit ear, and it's not a rabbit ear antenna. It's the obviously superior circle design. Cave Johnson, universe. Can we take a moment to appreciate Cave Johnson? We can. We can always appreciate Cave Johnson. And everything that happens within the Portal universe. Although, you know, I don't think, even if I did, it might have been way too long ago. I don't remember completing the Portal games on stream. Would someone like to check the list for me? Because I don't remember if I actually did. It took the orange box coming out for me to actually play through Half-Life 2, and that wasn't until watching all of Freeman's Mind. That's great though. I think that's kind of cool how content like that can get people into other content. That's the amazing part of the world and technology. It's like I was talking with Persona. Persona 5 coming out in the US got a lot of people into JRPGs. And it got some people I know into anime. Because of, you know, it's the way its themes were, the way it's presented its scenes, and the fact that they had an anime for it that went along with the game. Like, some people were like, oh, I like this game, maybe I'll like some anime. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Wait, what are we talking about? Half-Life invented the scenic on-rails demonstration that now begins all FPSs. Indeed. The way its loot system works is very innovative. What do you mean about the loot system? Knowing this game, does it have a science-ish background to it? Science fiction, certainly. Science-ish? Nah. It depends what you qualify as science-ish. Oh, drop shot! Yeah. Then you gotta get the jitters up. You gotta take what you learned from CSGO and throw it in Half-Life. So dumb. Is there someone in there? Guess I'll never know. I don't need boxes to stack to like jump on anything. Surely they wouldn't do that if I could actually destroy all the boxes, right? That'd be dumb. Hey, there's a dude over... Oh, that's the security guy. That's a good guy. Can't get in there. Fortunately. Can't get in there. Both Half-Life have been done on stream. No, sorry. The Portal games. Did I play the Portal games on the list? Where is the list? Yeah, exclamation point list, and the list should pop up. Most of it has that main character that isn't Buff Soldier Man. He's just a particle physicist who has the worst day. And dude, that was like a model thing at the time. The only thing similar to that was like Hack X. And even then you were a buff dude. It's just you started out as a scrawny hacker who got buff because you went to jail. And you're like, I have a gun now, so screw remote hacking. I'm now a physical break-in and enter specialist. I was thinking that might have been the actual reason for Hedy Lamarr being on the wall. I think it was. She invented a lot of communication stuff that we see at modern day Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Well, in a roundabout way, that makes more sense, Red, because if they named the head crab in 2 Hedy Lamarr because of the reasons you listed, like her actual achievements in real life, and the guy that named her and keeps her as a pet is a scientist himself, so he would know that, or maybe he would respect and know that. And it's not the reason I said, which was like, oh, because she sits on heads. That's dumb non-scientist Q speaking. And then because of all that stuff we just mentioned, they put her picture in this game to reference all of that in the second game. Then in a roundabout way, you're probably correct as well, Red. So don't discount your own value. Your idea was great.
One of these little buggers latched onto my buddy's head.
Yeah?
We gotta get that thing off before...
Oh no!
Help
Oh
us.
no!
Wait, what the hell? Get off of me! Thanks.
Whoa, that dude looks messed up.
Here, let me get this open.
I remember this happens in the
got some
first
supplies in
game,
the back.
but I can't remember if he's able to fight him off
Take a
on
look,
his own or
see what
not.
you can carry.
Either in this game nor the first game. Played either Portal. I have not done either Portal game on stream. Damn. I know I did Portal 2, but I did that with someone else's stream, with someone else's game. With someone else's stream and someone else's game. My bad. So I guess I haven't done on this.
See the other guy.
Yeah, this version's pretty nice aesthetics. I think it's a great way to enjoy the game for first timers. And like, if you're the type of person that you don't like old shows, even if they're great, you just want to watch something new. Same thing with games. Like, you know an old game is great, but you can't bring yourself to look at the old graphics or the old controls and not have all the modern comforts. I think this is about as good as it gets for experience Half-Life for the first time. Actually, I already did all the Portal 2 multiplayer. It's just the single player stuff I want to do. To be real with you, Frost. As much as I love to team up with you, those team ups will have to continue being off stream. You know, in front of Hypnotic's camera. That's where our team ups belong. Oh, these are the same chips and stuff as earlier. They're just flat because they've already been eaten. Or are these cough drops? I think most of these are chips. Yeah, these are chips. Oh, hey. Introduction to shotgun. And also that ammo box said Boom Candy on it. I really love it. And because this is a 90s game, every shotgun is a SPAS 12. And Mouse 2 is still fire both barrels, even though it doesn't exist. And as an update for this game, for whatever reason, they put a Picatinny rail. For those of you that aren't into guns, Picatinny rails are kind of a universal style of attachment method that allowed you to, for the most part, use optics, but they've been adapted to use grips and lasers and all sorts of things. And it became the standard between firearms so that you don't have to develop a bunch of different ways to attach stuff. Everybody uses the same thing, everyone attaches stuff the same way, and then, you know, there's standards for production. These days, there are other things besides Picatinny rails out there. The point being is that within games, sometimes you'll see designs like this integrated into firearms just because someone thought, hey, that looks cool, and it gives an edge to a gun. It gives some like nice curvature and some nice lines. But they don't actually use it for anything. Yeah, it's like USB for guns. So it's funny that it appears in games, especially on a gun like this, where it doesn't actually exist on this gun in real life. for the sake of looking cool, but it's not actually used. That happens in a lot of like not real guns imported into games, but kind of like Apex Legends and what am I thinking of? Titanfall guns, ones that are based off real life guns, but they definitely are their own unique thing. You see a lot of things like that come into the design just because the artist thought they look cool, and whether they are or aren't functional doesn't really matter. However, you are starting to see in a lot of games where that stuff doesn't matter because they're not tactical games. A lot of the accessories are actually drawn in and used exactly as they would be in real life, even though it doesn't make a difference to the game. And I think that's just because a lot more artists have access to resources, and a lot of artists are coming from backgrounds that are like, yeah, I actually want this to be right, or at least as right as I can make it. It's pretty nice. Completely unlike fork knife guns, which are MS Paint drawings that were accidentally thrown into 3D renders. What? What is a fork knife gun? Excuse me? Oh, Fortnite. I don't know what that's about, but it's weird because Fortnite actually has some realistic guns in it. They're just really cartoon looking because it's Fortnite, you know? But it's weird because Fortnite went from having... Okay, you go from having a gun in real life to having it imported into Fortnite to having Nerf license that gun from Fortnite to sell it as a Nerf gun. And what you end up with is Shooter Q walking into a Walmart and seeing a Nerf gun that looks exactly like a Scar 16. And all I'm thinking is, they got Scar 16s in Walmart now? Hell yeah. And then I'm looking at it for a while and I'm thinking about how many pathways that had to go through to end up back in real life as a Nerf gun. And it like, my brain like cocked out for a little bit. I was just like, what? Why?
Okay, I'll cover you.
If the kids want Scar 16s, sell them Scar 16s. Get rid of this Nerf crap. Oh, no, okay, we're good. I'm telling y'all. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, best ladders, any FPS ever. There are firearms, but what about fire legs? Interesting. Never thought about it that way. Gordon Freeman is allergic to ladders, always has been, always will be. Seriously though, y'all, I want to play Alex, but I didn't realize I was going to be on a wait list for an index. Now I want an index. I'm glad that Rika told me though, because otherwise I would have been believing, like, I'm gonna pay off a few other things first. And then I want to invest in some VR stuff. But I was thinking, oh, I can just go buy an index whenever I want. I cannot go buy an index whenever I want. And I'm kind of glad Rika told me, but I also feel like my dreams got crushed just a little bit. Alright, I think I need to bring this guy with me to unlock something. That's why we had to save him to go back there. Because otherwise, I really don't know where I'm supposed to go. Come on, my dude. I need you to come do something. I'm not really sure what, but we're going to do it. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I bring the cop. This dude will feel safer, and then he'll go with us?
Yes, I'll secure the perimeter.
No, he still doesn't want to come with us. Okay. So, security guard is still with me. I don't know why I called him a cop. You know what we need, Q, to play Mountain Blade? Do I have Mountain Blade on Steam? Because if I do, oh my gosh. Someone bought that for me years ago and I never actually played it. I saw those memes where scars are compared to Ugg boots. Those memes are very, very true, though. Those are not memes, those are just facts. Can't even get an index through Steam over here. Have to go through Amazon. Huh, I wonder why that is. Okay, we came from this way. I don't think there's anything for him to unlock over here, so I actually don't know where I'm going. If I get up on this side, from the bottom area, Yeah, maybe there's a lever for a door or something, and I just wasn't paying attention. No power or anything. He opened the lock. This allowed me to get weaponed up. So this is just like a stop to get more weapons. This valve doesn't do anything. Carrying around a little health pack here. Remind me, is Mountain Blade in first person? And is it just one of those things where you swing swords at each other? And if so, is it really worth it for me? Okay. Let's evaluate where to go. Something teleported over here. We killed it. It was the Vortigaunt. We have this box that we can push. It doesn't really help me access anywhere but going up here. I could also fall down here if I needed to, but either way we end up over here. This door is not a real door. This isn't a game with keys or anything like that, so I'm not worried about it. And I do not see any switches nor other places to go from here. So jumping to this ledge is not really that important, it seems. What I'd like to do is open this door, but maybe we need to reestablish power. And if we do, where would we reestablish power at? Do I need to go all the way back to where I turned the power off the first time and do something there? The only thing I can say is that I know I've gotten past this in this version of the game before. But that was 4 years ago, and I don't remember what's going on.
Are we waiting for somebody in particular?
That's a good question, security guy. What really sucks, I was finally getting into digital art, and your pen dies. Oh, that sucks. Is it a special pen that has to work with your tablet, or can you just, you know, buy an aftermarket pen or fashion something that will work as a stylus? Also, do you have your stuff posted on a page somewhere? Okay, I seriously don't know where I'm supposed to go right now. I don't remember in the original game nor in this game what section this is. Or what is supposed to be done. I imagine those big double doors are where we'd like to go. So, maybe if I go back to the other room and turn the power back on, we'll have lights. And I can take a better look around. If we can actually hit the light switch. And turn things back on, if that actually matters or not. Oh, wait, what is this?
You know where to find me.
Yeah, dude, I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. Just gonna go explore here. Oh, this is just extras for stuff. Because I guess we fell before we got this far. Or maybe there's something else here. Oh, hello. That was complete overkill, but whatever. Ah, this is where I was supposed to go. Oh! I do remember this, both in the original and this. Get some sleep, Invario. Thanks for stopping by. May you forever be a warrior. And Tetris 99. I was just telling Haji the other night about how you were completely smacking dudes up, and I was so proud to play Invario face up in attack mode. It was so satisfying to watch. It's a weird strategy ARPG hybrid. Don't know how else to describe it. It's just its own entity. I guess we gotta play some Mountain Blade, maybe after Stalker. Because after Clear Sky, and in between this game, Clear Sky, and Quake RTX, Quake 2 RTX, I'm gonna be like really tired of FPSs. And like I need something not shooty to kind of fill up some space in between. Otherwise I would get a little bit too crazy. I know whenever I go to other Twitch channels, everybody's like, oh yeah, this dude primarily plays FPSs. And it's true, I play a lot of FPSs, but it's like I play other stuff too.
How many of our crew have died? Lead the way,
Alright,
sir.
here's what we gotta do. We gotta not get you killed, because I'm gonna need you later. And I don't need you getting killed by that automated gun, so I'm gonna have you come up about this far.
This is my little corner, and I'm sticking to it.
That's exactly right, you're gonna stick right there. I'm gonna pull my Glock out, and I'm gonna see what I can find out about crossing this place on my own. That gun does come back down. Oh! But then it comes back up. Run! And then we can slip over here. There's no other automated gun on this side, it looks like. So if I can get that thing shut down, then I can bring him over here too. First I gotta get shut down. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a fight going on up there. I can help that guy out, I think. Yep. It's the other guard, because our guards aren't meant to meet.
Screams up ahead.
I'm sure you did, bro.
You first.
Yeah, dude. I'll go clear the way. You come with me. I know it's your job to do security, and I'm just a scientist with a gun, but we'll make it work. He's like, reload, dog. Wow, that sounded like he actually got hurt. This guy's sitting on a couch up in here. Hey, he died, but at least he died comfy. That is the way.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let's just try to get... Oh!
Good shot. Good shot.
Let's try to get as many of these doors open as we can, because I think this is the area where we get in, like, the CQB fight with all of the Vortigaunts, if I recall correctly. Because I remember playing through this in the original game and having a great time blasting dudes. But I also remember playing it in the original game the first time in my life and blasting dudes at like 5 frames. Also, Mr. Dr. Q. Oh my gosh, Imperial. Don't die, Q. It's too late. I'm already dead inside. How are you doing, Maestro? Maestro, you missed both ASMR sections. Unfortunate. I know you would have loved them. Alright, so I think we've cleared out as much as we can here. You're covered in blood. I don't really want you to get killed, but I do need you along with me, so... How about you roll with me, and if it gets heavy, I'll leave you alone somewhere, and you can just cover the hallway. I don't want to leave you alone and have you get killed when I'm not around. Oh, hey. Yeah, I hear the scientists. Oh, they're getting killed by Vortigaunts. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'm coming. Oh, no, I'm not. Wow, the animation for them charging up their lightning attack is way past smooth. I love it.
These things give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Sorry.
Now, I don't think we can save those 2 scientists. I think they're already gone. Black Mesa logo. Oh, whoa. Really? So if you tap a monitor, it, like, shuts off because it disconnects. But if you shoot it, the bullet does absolutely nothing to it. That's why people love those old CRTs, guys. They were just completely invulnerable to damage. It is really funny that for a certain period of time, CRT monitors were really, really inexpensive because, you know, flat screens were coming out and everybody wanted CRT, or everyone wanted flat screens.
Shit.
And then, oh hey, it's Erwin RJA Schrodinger. Quantum mechanics. It's Schrodinger's cat. It's here. We found it. It is both on this print and off of it. And then we have famous scientist Hedy Lamarr. Thank you for giving that information, Redemption. And then we have this guy who I still don't know who he is. Anybody recognize this guy? Maestro, what are you up to as of late? How are your arms feeling? Can I cannot crouch jump up in there, so those guys are just dead and there's nothing we can do for them. But we are still gonna have to fight our way through some Vortigaunts. Oh! There is some concussion effect that goes along with that lightning. I did not realize that. But with the way they do it is so smooth. It's really good. Oh! I know that guy is hurt too, so I don't know how long he's gonna last. I'll just bring him along and let him shoot at stuff with me though. He's doing pretty good, all things considered. But he keeps talking like he's hurt, so I don't know how much longer you can keep this up. Oh hey! There's definitely a scientist in there. And I think that's ammunition on top of that trash can. But they got this thing blocked, so I don't think we can get past it, fortunately. Oh, there we go. Easy.
Take her. It's not.
Take her.
Don't worry, he's human.
That's hilarious.
If
Take
you're
her.
trying to escape, I'm coming with you.
Hey, Aj, how are you doing? This is Black Mesa. You know what this is. Welcome back, Westa.
What if the world finds out what we're doing down here?
Yeah, what were you doing
Yourself.
down here? Yeah, Clifford.
All right, which way out of here?
Look, you are definitely gonna be the one to save us all. You have the confidence. Y'all had a pistol and a radio in here this entire time? What were you guys doing? You could have totally used this stuff to your advantage. Yeah, maybe it's a Baofang. It's already
Sorry,
dead.
Doc.
Clifford the big red tie. Haji, how are you doing? Did you just get home from work, Haji? We're up a little bit later because we started a little bit later according to the new schedule. Speaking of which, did you get my notes in the admin channel? Like what? In your hand, down at your side? No, does not look cooler, but does make you feel safer. Did you get my notes about, in the admin channel, changing the schedule? Thank you for your help with that, by the way. Oh. Yeah. Bet they didn't have 12 gauges in your planet, did they?
No hard feelings, right?
Okay, so if I recall correctly, only one of these doctors needs to actually survive in order for us to get past the next obstacle. That's only if I recall correctly, though. For now,
I'll watch your back.
you guys
I'll secure this area.
stay where you are. That way you don't get hurt while I go up this ladder. I also do like how she says she'll watch my back, but she doesn't carry a weapon at all, so whatever. Ugh. It's all good, Hachi. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, hello. I don't know what value this offers coming up here, but, you know, there's always something worth looking for, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe we actually needed them to go somewhere, because it looks like we just warped into a different area. Yeah, this actually looks pretty extensive. So, how about we go back there and make sure we cleared out that area and got those guys to safety? Because I think that's what takes us to the surface, so we can start the military portion of the game. Where Gordon Freeman decides that his PhD from MIT was not as important as getting his combat
I'm ready.
infantry
Let's
medal.
do this before I
Lead
lose
the
Or
way.
combat infantry badge, I believe. I guess for him it would be a combat action badge, like most of us. Alright.
Terribly sorry.
Yeah, my bad, girl. Alright, y'all go this way. The exit's this way. Oh, shit! Stay back! Oh, they have a shockwave effect
I'm not
along
for violence, but that was
with their
quite
lightning effect.
impressive.
High five! I love this girl. I love you. And I'm not just, it's not just the apocalyptic doom talking.
Reload, Dr. Freeman.
I'm working on it, but thank you for your input. I don't know where we need to go,
Are
but
we
I'm
lost?
sure one of you has the access rights to it. Also, there is another Glock and a magazine on that table, and I wouldn't mind having the ammunition. So I'm gonna go back for that. 80,000 channel points of getting that mouse gear. Do you really want it? Since we moved, I actually have to dig it up and find it, Westy. Also, if you wait, once you actually get it, and if you wait a few
Perhaps
weeks,
we should get going.
I'll have, like, the problem is the feet are worn out on it. So, they're not completely worn, but they're a little hazy. So you have to tell me if you want my custom feet, or if you want to buy yourself a new set of feet. Because if you want to buy a new set of feet, I'll show you exactly where to buy them. I think they're like 15 bucks. And they're the original ones that come on the mouse. Then use it with a good mouse pad and you should be okay. If you want my custom
Like it.
feet,
What next?
just wait a few weeks and I'll have all the stuff to put on. And it'll be probably the smoothest mouse feet you can have. But they won't look as good as the original
Let me
feet.
get out of your way.
You're just gonna get as a trophy, not even gonna use it? Oh, the disrespect. Nah, I'm kidding. You do what you want with it. Anybody who gets any of my stuff, you do what you want with it.
Can of worms.
Or a can of soda in this case, my guy. Which I'm trying to get my health back up with. Well, the idea, Phobos, is that Black Mesa knows they're messing with dangerous stuff, and that security is everybody's. Like, just like any other organization, security is everybody's job, not just security officer's job, right? It's everybody's responsibility that works for the organization. It just so happens that in Black Mesa, the organization also messes with some stuff that's a little bit more dangerous than someone stealing company secrets, and firearms might be
Pardon me,
employed.
Gordon.
the hazard course, which serves as a tutorial of the game, a hard tutorial and not a soft tutorial, is canon in the game because there are parts of the game where you actually go through the hazard course. I think in Opposing Force is where you do it. It might be in Blue Shift, but I'm pretty sure it's in Opposing Force. And so all the employees go through a training course where they use firearms. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that Gordon knows how to use firearms because of the training he's gotten at Black Mesa as part of his job. Also, he is an MIT grad. He's not dumb. Figuring out firearms is not super hard mechanically. And then you just kind of exercise some common sense. I mean, if you have common sense working with power tools or with programming stuff and you're trying not to cause any accidents, you kind of learn. You should have the common sense to operate a firearm without hurting yourself as well. Maybe not super well, which is on to the player, of course, but enough to where you're not going to get yourself killed. Oh, hey.
Just overheard it.
See, this dude was trying. This dude was at least trying.
Soldiers have arrived. They're coming to rescue us. Of course, I have my doubts that we'll live long enough to greet them.
As long as the Q Shrine stays on the down under, Westy, it's all good. Also, is it still winter for you guys? It should be starting to warm up, right? His rig ain't that good. What are you talking about? He got like 2 PCBs over here. He's got like all this bracketing work to keep it in protected. He's got those output monitors. Look at his I/O. And he's got 2 of them, and they're just both external. His main system. Look how many fan controllers he's got right there. And then we come to the actual PC itself. Yeah, actually, what is going on here? Let's take a look at it. Let's see. We got... Oh! Yeah, I can actually pick it up and move it. Sweet. Alright. So, let's put this in a place where we can look at it. Let's find a table or something. Here we go. That'll work. Okay. So, we got... what is this up front? I guess that's just a radiator block with some kind of fan up top, so we'll just say that's a radiator. I'm guessing that's gotta be the PSU. I don't know what that is, we'll just say it's the hard drive. This CD is up here, but that's not connected because he doesn't need the CD player because he's modern. And then I'm guessing those are just more I/O things. Yeah, floppy.
We continue pressing on.
And other stuff, probably like card reader and stuff for this age. Then onto the system itself, it's got what, dual channel memory with 2 slots per channel, and he's only got 1 thing of RAM in there. But
I'm not smug. I'm just better than
but I count
I aim to.
10 capacitors, so it's a heavy board, overclocked central over here. 1, 2, 3 PCI accessories. Now, what those accessories are, I don't know. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll say it's the 90s. So I bet he's running 2 cards, SLI, GPUs. And then this last one is probably network. Probably like dual or quad network input. All good,
You
all
gotta
good.
got this old sidearm on me, aren't you?
That's a good shut up, Westy. You just hating. And look at that. Got that DVI serial combo out. That's dope stuff. That's the good stuff.
Excuse me.
High quality. Alright, any case, we're moving on. It looks like there's 2 ways to go out of here. We can take the stairs, or we can take the vent that we were taking earlier. Oh! And that's got the gun. No, 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 no! Get back down the stairs! Get back down here! Hurry, hurry, hurry! You're gonna die. Okay, you guys need to live, so...
You know where to find me.
This is as far as I go.
You stay here. Y'all watch out for each other. I'm gonna go around and make sure y'all don't get killed. I'll be right back. Oh, there we go. Do you guys often get snow in Australia when it's winter? Is it just cold? But yeah, back to the other topic at hand. It's very plausible that Freeman knows how to shoot. As for Freeman knowing how to shoot enough to kill all the Marines he encounters within the course of the game, that's the part that's a little bit like, no. Oh, wait a minute! Okay, it's not I'm not dead yet, but if that thing is sliding, I need to be up out of here. Is that thing done sliding or what? Maybe we can go up here without dying. Crouch jump. No! Yeah, we got lucky on that one. He took physics, right? Some genius with ballistic subset of physics. Even if you knew bullets very, very well, it doesn't mean that you be better at tactics and outmaneuvering people who literally have to wake up and do it 4 times a week, every week. Not exactly the same, just being able to shoot and being able to outfight people who's may not have PhDs, but they don't really have anything else to do but practice fighting. Is this thing dead or like, what's the deal? Is that all it takes to knock these things out? Oh, there's a control right here. Oh, so these guys should be safe now. Also, what happened to this guy? Did he die running the security, or did he die by someone else who activated the security on him? Also, we have automated gun security around here. Why are these things attacking our own people? Shouldn't they be like pretty well calibrated towards only shooting the right people? I don't know. And yeah, he also has the armor. The armor has a weapon identification system in it. It could be assisting him in shooting and fighting. And yeah, the suit that actually just protects him ballistically probably helps.
Lead the way, Freeman.
Get on your game face, Doc.
Alright, let's go. For some reason, there's no longer a loading screen here. Even though I went all the way around. I don't really understand that, but whatever. I'll take it. And now there's more things rolling around.
Yes.
This one is way too into violence, and I'm suddenly remembering the time that we first played. Do you play a few matches of MTG? Magic the Gathering? Sure. And every dude that you play with, you need to tell them that, I broke up with my girlfriend. And they'll be like, you had a girlfriend? Whoa. I'm sorry. I don't really mean that. I had like 3 different ways I could take that joke, and I didn't know which way I wanted to take it.
Giddy up.
Yeah, giddy up, bro. What? Is that code for something? You coming on to me? Alright, how about you take the bloody shirt off? We'll talk about it. But leave the tie and the vest on.
Any
Yeah.
idea of how many of our crew have died?
Also, small note as it is, I actually always liked both the original armor that was used for the guards, the security, and Half-Life, as well as the one used
Access the
in
mail server?
Black Mesa, because it actually looks like it has some thickness to it, like it'll actually protect them. Whereas a lot of games, and this is talking about the original Half-Life 2, which everything was all flat and polygonish. A lot of games, you know, it's just built into the clothing, so it moves with their body and it curves. It's like a thin layer of character texture. That's not armor. That's not going to stop bullets or fragments or anything, right? So it's always nice when you see a little bit of something, something. Hello! Wow, that didn't stop them at all. It did soften them up, though. I forgot how combative they are in this remake versus just kind of walking around like the alien slaves that they kind of are. They actually aggressively charge you and stuff and really get aggressive with those animations that they love making.
Something.
I'm wondering if these two should stay back so they don't die at the moment. How about this?
Let me get
You
it.
guys
Looks like a
stay
safe place.
I'll stay here and guard this.
right there. I will come back after I've cleared the area a little bit, okay? Because I don't know where we're heading.
Hey, what are you still doing down here? Get
Oh, hey.
tired.
What's up, dude?
I hear troops are coming in to save us.
Troops! Yay! Wear your goggles or wear new eyes. 333 accidents. Use caution on stairs, indeed.
Are we getting any closer?
No.
I understand. I mean, I can show you a way. You can take it. Gosh darn it. Why does it always have to go that way? Also, oh, okay. I was like, yo, what am I supposed to do here? It's like a wind tunnel thing, so you can't jump across there because of the wind, so you have to hit a switch to turn off that, I guess. Is that switch right here? It is, isn't it? I was thinking I would have to go to another room in order to figure this out as a puzzle. There's no other room involved. It's all here. Alright, so I'm in the ceiling of the room I was in, no? Don't know why or where, not specifically. I hear something breathing like it's an enemy. Sounds like a Vortigaunt. No, sounds like a headcrab zombie. That looks like a drop spot. Let's go the other way. Done. Hope you like them. The schedule thing? Thank you, RJ. I'll check them out. Also, Ecstatics. Are you still around? I could check out that PC build with you here in a second. Because I'm almost to a stopping point. Huh. I am near one of the parking garages. I have no idea where I'm at. Oh, I'm just in the downstairs of where I just was. But I got that bonus of getting those pickups, so that's cool. Yeah. Esports ready. Y'all Lamar like Hetty. Hey! Sorry, I really love this truck design, like the nice lines of this. It reminds me of either... Oh, this is a Jeep. So this would have been the older Grand Cherokee. I like the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the Ford Bronco and Bronco 2, as well as the Ford... No, the Chevy Blazer of this age while they were still box trucks. I liked it because those were like some of my first trucks as well, and I just really love the look of these things. Just eats the clipboard. I took my notes and then I was done. When you finish with all the schooling and get like way too many degrees, Westy, you will feel the same way. Also, you know what? Something that we couldn't see as many details in the original game, we can now see on the Vortigaunts. Like their little earlobes and stuff. But a lot of this is probably taken from the second game. The big thing is that you can see the slave collars and the control devices, which even have hooks on the back. Which in the first game, I don't remember how detailed they were, but I do remember they were just like a nice, like, thick block of green to show you that they had some kind of slave control. And I don't remember how you were supposed to know they were called alien slaves unless you went into the game files, or if there was a manual with the game, maybe it told you. I never had a manual, so I don't know. And then, from that, you would go into the second game, you would notice those guys would be all friendly to you, and aside from being friendly to you, they no longer had the collars, right? So even if you didn't have a manual and you didn't read anything, like me, you had plenty of ways to figure out, like, hey, these guys used to be my enemies, but now they're cool with me. Also, I'm trying to figure out how to get in here. There's a shotgun in there, and I want it. But I don't know how to get in the door, and I'm wondering if I bring the scientist in here, if they can open the door for me. But I also hear some enemies out here. Yeah. Oh, hello. And a bunch more head crabs and zombies just pulled up in it. I'm gonna need some help. Hold up.
Dr. Freeman.
Yeah, I'm working on
I'll
it.
keep you covered.
You come with me. You wanted a Bronco when you were younger? I still want one now, Haji. I just couldn't make it make sense practically.
Don't let 'em get near you.
Alright. Doctor Woman, you call targets. You guys do the shooting.
Oh, these things give me the heebie-jeebies.
As they should. Alright, good job, gents. Good job. Now,
Yeah. I'll wait here. All right. I'll hold
you
down
guys
the
hold
lead.
down the fort. Dr. Scientist, can you help me with this door? Maybe? Can you open
Beg
this?
pardon.
There's a shotgun in there I really want. No, she can't do it. Can I... You cannot crouch enough to get under
I'm
here.
thinking,
And you can't blow yourself
see.
past this, so... Yeah. I don't know how to get past this door. I really wanna. Can't shotgun your way the lock off. Only... Ugh. I remember noticing they had huge black collars on the green aliens, and in Half-Life 2 they didn't. Exactly, so like, even if you didn't have something to straight up say like, oh, they were alien slaves the whole time,
might live
and
well.
they
All right,
were
let's move.
controlled by the other aliens you were fighting. Even if you didn't have that through a manual or whatever it was that told you a wiki, there was enough between the games for you to figure it out on your own. I always thought that was nice. So I'm glad you remember that you noticed that too, Phobos. That means a lot to me, at least, as a gamer. I still hear enemies, I just don't know where they are. So many things fell through the ceiling, it's crazy. Oh hey, it's the Rudda.
You see that
Rudda grape.
thing with the missing leg?
That was the flavor that dude wanted. Rudda soda. I wish I could give it to him now. There's definitely enemies back there in the kitchen somewhere. I wonder if they put enemies in places that you can't get to just to add to the ambiance though. Because I would totally believe it. But it's also like, wow, what a use of resources. Cola Bola? Indeed, Bola Cola. Can I pick up something from here for lunch in the cafeteria? Of course, if you work here. Most big companies, they have a big cafeteria in it, so you keep your employees on site.
Any idea of how many of our crew have died?
So that they're more likely to get more work done. And it keeps them happy, if you have good chefs and stuff. Looks like I gotta go on without you guys. You guys stay here, there's plenty of food, and... Is it scintillating or scintillating? There's plenty of conversation between the three of y'all, so y'all chill. I'm gonna go on ahead and see what I can figure out, alright? Because I don't think you guys can jump ledges like that. But yeah, Cola Bola, Phobos. It's the sweet taste of soda that wraps you up in it. Oh, hey, we're at the freezer portion of the game. I thought we were in a much different place than we are right now. And I still don't know how to get into that room with all the shotgun stuff. You know what? I know how to get into the room with all the shotgun stuff. And before we end today, I need to go do that right now. Because I just realized what you have to do. And I don't want to forget it before I have to come back here and do everything else. But yeah, you got all the choices in the world for lunch you want, Weston. Most of the time when you work in places like cafeterias, they serve it for pretty cheap too. Or it's part of your like salary though. It's like a stipend that comes out or something. Anyways, you got ice cold soda,
Sure
also
we're
known
on the right
as
way.
soda ice cold,
I just don't see it.
hamburger, taco burrito, and more hamburger. This is the lap of luxury, Westy. Come work for Black Mesa today. Alright, you guys chill over there. I'm gonna go solve some mysteries. You can't go this way. We haven't gotten topside yet where the soldiers are, but we're working on it. And I need to go this way and then fall down the other way. That's how I'm gonna get to the shotgun room. Okay, so... Run over, do this. Instead of taking the left, this time we take the right. Ice cold hamburger. Ice cold soda. Ledge jumping clearly was not covered in the workers' handbook. They were like, climb over things. Hell no. I came here to do advanced computations. Not exercise. Alright, I got the shotgun stuff. We did it. Told you I'll be back. The only other thing I could maybe do is either destroy this stuff or push out of the way. Neither which seems to be an option. So it seems like these guys are gonna have to stay here, and I'm gonna have to continue ahead on my own, unfortunately. But that is way more than all the time we have for today. I do like how smooth this is for a source game on Steam. Like this menu come up thing. So let's take a save here, hard save. You'll notice that all of my other hard saves were from September 15, 2016, September 15th, 2016, September 6th, 2016. It's been a while since we've been back here, and even the screenshots of those are pretty hazy looking. So we'll create a save. It's pretty cool. We have a computer that we can run this on max settings nowadays. I think it looked great. I hope it looked good for you guys. But we're not quite done today. We'll listen to a little music and we'll go over those cheapo computer builds because that's something I want to share with you guys. Not that I think anyone here needs to, because most of you guys either you have decent computers or if you're going to upgrade, you're going to upgrade. You're not going to go with the budget option, but the budget options are cool. I feel like there's more fun when it comes to just looking at some budget jank and kind of trying to make it work and stuff, right?